Qualitative research can enable you to explore new concepts that have not been discovered previously. You can use qualitative research to develop new concepts, new ideas, new phenomena, and develop new theoretical models that can be explored further to build new theories. In this study, we delve deeper into qualitative data analysis. I encourage you to watch this tutorial to the end to understand how you can start your qualitative research and analyze your data, and then go deeper into exploring your new phenomenon. Hi everyone, and welcome to my tutorial. Today I would like us to look at how you can analyze your qualitative research data with MAXQDA. MAXQDA is a qualitative data analysis and coding software. And so if you have some data that you've collected, qualitative data, maybe you use the interviews or use focus groups or observation, field notes, and you want to analyze the responses of your participants. MAXQDA is a brilliant software that I've found so interesting. I've used it to analyze a couple of research data that I've published in good journals, particularly the recent one. Let me share with you. Particularly my most recent paper, you can see 2024, the longitudinal study on conditional student entrepreneurship in an emerging economy was analyzed using the MAXQDA. And let me show you briefly what I mean by analyzing the data, so you can see what I was able to achieve using the MAXQDA, and came up with this theoretical model of conditional student entrepreneurship for financial stability. If you are in the field of entrepreneurship, I encourage you to explore this theoretical model. It helps to explain how students within the developing countries struggle to go through education, leveraging conditional student entrepreneurship. So this is the MAXQDA interface. So let's assume you've opened the MAXQDA, and so if you look at this point here, you can see, so this is the home, this is the import, this is code, and this is analysis, this is mixed method, visual tools, MAXQDA dictionary, something like that. Okay, so what I want to do today is to teach you the basis of data coding and analysis using MAXQDA. So as time goes on, I'll be showing you how you can analyze more complex data, qualitative data using MAXQDA. But for today, what I want to show you is how you can code and analyze very simple data, okay? Finding the team, and then finding the sub-teams, and finding the illustrative codes that help to explain the sub-team and the main teams, okay? So this is the import, which enables you to import your text, maybe PDF files, tables, and this is a transcript that you may have created. And this is also for focus group. Maybe you have focus group data that you've kept. So you can also import images, audio files, videos. You can also import survey from maybe survey response from SurveyMonkey or Google Form. You can also import data from Twitter, YouTube, Web Collector database, from Microsoft Excel sheet. So there are several places, several ways you can import data into the MAXQDA software. So now the first thing you need to do is to conduct several interviews, maybe 15 to 20 participants, and then let's assume that you use an audio device to collect your data, and now it has been transcribed into written words in Microsoft Word documents that you've saved. Okay, now I want to import them. Now if you look at this point here, you can see that you can import tests, PDF, tables. So I'd like to go to YouTube and then import my data. Remember, I clicked at this point to open these, and then I want to import them into MAXQDA to enable me start the coding. Okay, so if you look at here, you can see that the transcripts, okay, that I have coded already from the interviews that I've conducted are now into the MAXQDA document system. So at this point, I have just 5 respondents, because this is for the purpose of demonstration. Okay, and I have the first respondent as Chika. Remember, the names will be fictitious names or just pseudonyms. You don't want to use the actual name of the participants for anonymity. All right, so I just named the first document. So what you do is you can create your document in such a way that the first Microsoft Word document will be named after all that the person have said. The second transcript, you name them after the owners or the respondents. Okay, that's the best way to go about it. So this is Chika, this is Chima, this is Chudi, and then Cynthia, right? So these are people that participated in my interviews. So, and when I click here, I've activated all of them. So anything I do here will automatically appear into the retrieve segments section. Okay, now when you look at the left side here where I have my mouse, so you also see the code system. Okay, so this is where all my codes and the subcodes will appear. All right, so let us begin with the coding. So the best way to code for me is to code the documents one after the other. Let's say I have this first document here, and then I want to start coding them. So what I do is, the best thing for me is I read every document that I have, every transcription that I have, because reading them will enable you to master, to understand the responses, the narratives that the participants providing to you. So if you just jump into, there are other ways you can use the MAXQDA editor to search for most frequent words, but in most cases I found that analyzing these interviews gradually, carefully, by reading through the transcriptions will enable you to really master the responses very well, understand and make meaning of what they're actually trying to explain to you. So let us start with the first one here. It says, starting and managing my event planning small business. Of course, my study is talking about how students engage in businesses and how they manage their businesses while studying, while schooling. Okay, yeah, so it's part of my recent study on conditional student entrepreneurship. Just like I said, if you are an entrepreneurship researcher, you may want to read the paper and go deep into expanding the theoretical assumptions in the paper. I want to test it across context. All right, so I would like to start by reading the first one. So you can see there in 3 paragraphs here. That is the statement by Chika. You can see Chika's statement. Now he said, starting and managing my event planning small business has consistently exposed me to learn ways of exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. It has increased my entrepreneurial knowledge and skills to grow my business. So this is talking about entrepreneurial opportunities. If you look at this, you can see it's talking about entrepreneurial opportunities. It is also talking about starting and managing small business. Okay? Starting and managing small business. Okay. And then again, let us also look at, he said, the second one, he said, okay, I will suggest that before a student ventures, so this is not grammatically correct. So what do? You can turn on this button here to edit. So I can say, so let me add S. Okay, remember, this is, you do not have to change the things your respondents have provided, okay, the information they have provided. But again, what I have just done here is just to correct grammar. It's supposed to be, okay, I will suggest that before a student ventures, so that X was missing. So I just turned on the editing tab and then try to add the S. Now I've added it and then I turned it off again. So that means nothing can change here. I can't delete anything. I can't add anything anymore. So you say, okay, I will suggest that before a student ventures into a business while in school, she or chi, all right, that's another problem. So we transcribe verbatim. So what it means is that I will turn it on, the editing button on, and then make it he or she should choose a business that won't need her. Okay, so now there are two, so it's going to be need him/her to be there physically anytime, every time, right? That's what this is talking about. So I turned it off. And then he's saying studying and running a micro business is good because it makes a student independent and to be able to handle some financial situations. So now I have read this one, and I can understand that I can have my team as entrepreneurial opportunities. So it's pretty clear that starting and managing micro business as a student enables students to engage in entrepreneurial opportunities or exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. So I can have exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities as my team at this point. So what do? I will come here, copy this. I can copy that. Then I will come to this code system, and then I'll create my first team. I paste it. Okay, that is exploiting entrepreneurial opportunity. Exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. So this can be my team. All right, so I will also code that. So I can have it as entrepreneurial opportunities, or I can make it more elaborate, explanatory by adding exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. All right. Now it says starting and managing my event planning. Small business has consistently exposed me to learn. So I can have this as an opening statement, supporting while exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. But again, there are other two important aspects here, which talks about starting and the managing. So I can have two sub teams here, which are talking about starting and at the same time managing. So how do I do that? I will come under exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities as sub codes. Okay, so this is my main team, and these are the sub teams that are leading to the main team. Okay, so here I have starting a small business. Okay, so I will add. So you can see now it has become a sub. So it is now under the exploiting entrepreneurial opportunity main team. Okay, so and then I can have the next one, which is I can create another. Remember this button here. So I will add managing a small business. So one can also argue that starting and managing small businesses creates entrepreneurial opportunities for students, right? It enables them to delve deeper to exploit entrepreneurial opportunities. Okay, so now that I have got a parent code, which is the team of my study, I have the sub team. because I have very little documents here, okay, information I'm interested in, then I want to now start coding. So I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm just going to do this for the purpose of demonstration, so you will know that when you go into other documents, you can create more teams and sub teams, or code and sub, first order, second order, or third order teams as you may want. Okay, so what I have just demonstrated here is that this is the main team and these are the sub teams. Okay, so I can code this. It says starting and managing my event planning business consistently, so I can keep these under exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. So you can see this now. When you open this box here, it gives you all the teams that you've coded here, okay, or the codes that you have here. So the parent code here is exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. So this is where I want to code this particular these sentences here to serve as opening sentences for me when I'm writing out the results in my study. So the next quote says, okay, I will suggest that before a student ventures into a business while in school, he or she should choose a business that won't need him or her to be there physically anytime. So I will start from here. I say before. So this is talking about starting a business. When student ventures into a business, that is starts a business. So I will code that under starting a business and I will put it down here. So you can see that as I click here, okay, code highlighted segment. As I code the highlighted segments, you can see that it has already entered here. Now, when you look at this point, you can see that under entrepreneurial opportunities, exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities, I have coded one response here. And then under the starting a business, I have coded also one. Now, it said studying and running a micro business is good because it makes a student independent and to be able to handle some financial challenges. So now you can see this is saying studying and running. So I can come here. So running a business is like saying managing a business. Okay, so I will come here and put it under managing a business. So I code managing a business. So you can see that I've also coded that. Now, no more. I've coded all the information or the document, all the information provided by the respondent Chika. All right. So the next thing I need to do is to go to the respondent Chima. Now, under the respondent Chima, let's read. He said, I decided to start selling mobile phone accessories while schooling full-time because of the little money my parents provided monthly, which doesn't usually take me anywhere. I started it because I need to help myself in school and not to depend on my parents. So I started selling. That is starting a business. So I will add that into starting a business and then I will code. The next sentence by Chima says, it's not easy to simultaneously run a micro business while schooling because of the level of my determination in achieving financial sustainability to enable. Okay, so you can see this is also not correct. So I can add this if I want to make the story look good. And then I'll also to enable me to complete my university education, I kept my dreams alive by building a positive mindset. So this is talking about managing a business. So it's not easy to simultaneously run a micro business and schooling. That's managing a business and schooling. So I will come here and include this into managing. Okay. Then he said the number of times I'd lost money in the process of managing my business. This one is pretty simple. It's talking about managing a business. So I will also put this one into, remember, the parent code, which is exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities, and then the sub, which is managing a small business. So I code managing a small business. And he said, I have learned the dynamics of a micro business and developed my ability to endure the difficult situation associated with managing my small business. This is also talking about managing a small business. I also put it under management. So you can see managing a small business. I've got four illustrative quotes coded under that. And then starting a business, I've got 2. Now, this one said in the paragraph 5 of Chima's narratives, he said, I have learned effective time management, given that I have to invest almost equal time in both my micro business and education. So you can see this is talking about time management. That's another subcode under entrepreneurial exploitation. So you can argue that exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities can enable you to learn time management. So that can form a subcode. So I can add that as a subcode here. I say time management. Okay. Yeah. So I will code this under time management. Remember to select appropriately time management, and then I will code. Now you can see under time management, I've got one illustrative quote added to it. Now this one said, studying and running a micro business simultaneously is not for the weak. It has helped me to learn the power of concentration, blah, blah, blah. So this is talking about studying and running. So I want to start from here. So it's also saying, I truly learned how to best manage my time. So this is also talking about managing my time. So I can also code it into time management, making my time management illustrative quotes to be into 2 places. Then let's get to the last person, the third person. He said, in the first 8 months of operating my small business. So this is operating. So this is talking about managing a business. So I want to add it to managing a business. And he said, I started sales and repairs of used laptop business in my hostel to enable me to augment the little amount of money. Okay. So this is talking about starting a business. Yep. But again, he said, also, I need to practicalize the theoretical knowledge I have learned while undertaking entrepreneurship education in this study. Okay, so this is talking about starting a business, but the other part is not talking about starting a business. This also is talking about learning, practicalizing the entrepreneurial theories. So this is also, we can have another subcode under exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. We can have another subcode which we call learning, skills learning. Okay, we can have these as entrepreneurial skills learning, or entrepreneurial skills, or entrepreneurial learning, anything. It could be entrepreneurial skills learning. Okay, we can have it as that, so that this particular statement here can go into that. So you can see that I've coded the information there. So entrepreneurial skills learning, that is one. This one said, I have learned how to follow clients and make them see reasons why they need to buy my goods and subscribe to my services. I have learned how to read the minds of clients and know when a client is serious to make a purchase or not. So this is also talking about learning skills, customer service, or customer relationship, or relation skills. So this can fit into entrepreneurial skill learning. Okay, I decided to start my small business while in school because I wasn't born with a silver spoon. No more financial help because my mother can no longer meet the. So this one is talking about, he said, so I need to help myself to pay my education and living bills instead of dropping out of the university. So this is talking about starting a business, starting a small business. So he said, let's just do complete it to this last part. He said, it helped me in many ways, paying off my school fees, transportation. I have never being in a situation where I lack money since I started my business. So this is also talking about starting a business. Since I started this skill, I have learned how to communicate and make friends with strangers, because in most cases, these strangers you meet turn out to be your customers. Also, I have figured out best possible ways to balance my micro business with education. For instance, I make use of my weekends to do my business and also make time to do my assignment. So here there are two ways you can do this. So you can create here, because these are two sentences in one short paragraph, right? So in this case, what I will do is I will code this, because this is most appropriately talking about entrepreneurial skills learning. It's talking about learning how to communicate and making friends and turning strangers into potential customers, right? But the other one is talking about time management. Also talking about also make time to do my assignments and prepare for quiz. So this one is talking about balancing time for both education and business. So this will fit in well into time learning, into time management. And then I've learned how to make more money from selling internet browsing data at a very low. So this is also learning how to find innovative ways to sell products. So this can fit in well into entrepreneurial learning entrepreneurial skills. So now that you can see we've done quite a whole lot of codes, and as we turn this on, the code system, as we turn them on, you can see that anyone that you click on, so you are going to likely see all the quotes, all the illustrative quotes that came out from it. So you can see that they are here. If I double click here, you will see whose statement it is, right? Let's say, for example, so you can see that now. Okay, so now that I am done coding, the next thing I need to do is to export them into Microsoft Word and then begin to use them into writing. Okay, so at this point, there are two ways to do that. Okay, what you need to do is simply, if you double click on this, then I will export it to I will go to, I'll say put the comments. I will select all that I want to appear, and it's going to export in Word document. So I will exploit. Then let me go to YouTube, and I will go to codes. I will put first entrepreneurial opportunities. Okay, so I'm going to code this one, so it will, so you can see when you are done that, so it opens for you, so you can see the parent code here, which is the code is entrepreneurial opportunities, and you can see where you got that from Chika. So let us go to the next one and pull out the subcode to entrepreneurial opportunities. Now I will go to export. Okay, and I want to export, and I said the next one here is skills learning code. So you can see the new project. So you can see I need to practicalize the theoretical knowledge I have learned while undertaking entrepreneurship education in a study. Now you can see this is made by Shubi. Okay, and you can see I have learned how to follow. So all this one was said by this person, this was said by this person. You can see the respondent here is Judy, and this is the kind of business the person did. Business center. I had a business center while I studied. And then you can see this statement here, the illustrative quotes, and you can see also made by this person. Now let's go back to extract the other one. This is managing a business. So I want to export managing a business. So you can see these are the quotes under managing a business. So you can see that managing a business. This statement came from Chika, and this statement also came from Chima, and also from Chima, and another also from Chima. Then the last one is this. You can also extract that. What's that? That's starting a business, and then you save the code. So these are the illustrative quotes that came out for starting a small business. So when you are writing your paper right now, these are the quotes that you use to, as you talk about each team. Now, let's say this is the first team, exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. So as you write on these, each of these sub-team you now use these statements here to explain each of these sub-team. So let me show you, for example, under this particular study, overcoming obstacles to collaborative learning practices, and let me show you what we did here. So you can see that under the illustrative quotes, so I have a team here which is making tasks more challenging and participatory, and you can see said the findings provided clear evidence of the need for making student tasks more challenging and participatory as a strategy for overcoming the second obstacle, okay, which is free riding. Now you can see these are those illustrative quotes. So as you explain, interpret them, you provide illustrative quotes, and each of these quotes will precede the next interpretation before you put the next quote, and then like that, the next quote. Okay, that is how to do the results of qualitative research. And again, if I also take you to this paper, so you can see here, for example, under this particular dimension, overarching dimension, stimuli for conditional student entrepreneurship, you can see these are the sub-teams. Now, if you go to this MAXQDA, so assuming I want to create this form of data analysis structure, where I have here will now be exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities, and this one here will be the first one, which will be entrepreneurial skill learning. The second subcode will be time management. Another one will be starting a business. Another one will be managing a business. So this is how you do your data coding. All right. So like what I have done for you, demonstrated for you, is simply coding into two segments. Okay, like the first coding and then the final team. That was exactly what I did. I didn't do the first order, second order, and then overarching dimension. So what I just demonstrated here for you is how you can get the team and then get the sub team to explain this. Okay, now assuming I want to also add any other team, I can also further disintegrate this. I can further go deeper into this to find out more teams and create more sub teams. So this is how you can analyze your qualitative data, by going deeper into your transcriptions, and then begin to now use the findings that you have, which are these illustrative quotes, to begin to make meaning in your findings. Okay, and one more thing I also want to encourage you to do is to read new papers that made use of qualitative research approach. So that will help you to understand how they coded their data, they interpreted their data, and how they use these illustrative quotes to make meaning. Okay, so I thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new today. If you find this paper helpful and you need to read this paper, if you're unable to download that, you can request for it. I would like to send you a copy of it so you read. That's for those who are interested in learning about conditional student entrepreneurship in emerging economy and interested in collaborating with me for future study in the context of conditional student entrepreneurship. Thank you so much. I'd like you to leave your comments below the comment box. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so to subscribe to my channel as we go deeper into doing quality research. Thank you for watching.